Sprint's interest in environmental stewardship begins with a fundamental belief that sustainability has got to be fundamental to how we operate the company. It's not just what you sell and what you service for your customers, it's the manner in which you do it. We believe that the impact that we have on people, the communities, and the environment is a direct reflection of our level of corporate stewardship and citizenship. My name is Josh Morton. I'm the Vice President of Enterprise Services for Sprint Nextel. We offer wireless and wireline services, bringing the freedom of mobility to consumers, businesses, and government customers. A recent study by Gartner and the Worldwide Fund for Nature concluded, I believe, that 2% of the worldwide energy is consumed by telecommunications companies. Therein lies a fundamental responsibility to understand that there's an impact there and you got to do something about it. Sprint is definitely more sensitized than we were a year ago to green IT and sustainable operations. We had a new CEO come in, re-looked at our brand, looked at our strategy, reaffirmed that sustainability was a fundamental part of how we want to operate. Our customers are expecting more, consumers are expecting more. The people that we are suppliers to are expecting a lot more. I think Sprint is somewhat in front of the pack here by making an absolute reduction goal. Our commitment is 15% net reduction by 2017. In order to drive more ecological practices into our IT operations and data center, we really look at the full life cycle. So it begins with technology standards. What do you buy? You also look at your supply chain practices. Look at how you manage assets when you have them. You look at the utilization of your assets, and then you got to look at reverse logistics and ultimately how you get rid of things. You got to start changing your architecture and your design principles to make sustainability fundamental to how you do things. Otherwise, it's going to keep getting worse and worse, and you try to solve things in the data center instead of solving them in the architecture and design processes. There are a number of green IT practices that we've already implemented. First is rigorous controls around application portfolio management. Reduce the number of applications, you can reduce the physical footprint required to support them. Virtualization, got to do it both through your storage environments and your server environments. We've done big things in PC power management, wake on LAN, for example, shutting down monitors, hard drives when they're not being used for a period of time. Finally, unified communications, big thing for us, getting off of regional PBXs into a essentially data center managed infrastructure using a lot of messaging and collaboration, communications infrastructure that we already had. So a little bit about the Forrester audit of our green IT practices here. What that was about was it was an effort we embarked on about 14 months ago, wherein we saw that the server and the storage sprawl in the data centers was really the result of the growth in the application portfolio. We were able to compel the CIO to put some concerted effort around application portfolio rationalization. In other words, reduce the number of applications, get rid of the older non-adopted applications, shut down the infrastructure and the storage associated with them. You can do one of two things at that point. You can decom the older servers and storage devices, get them off the floor, or if they still had a useful life yet, redeploy them, and then you can use the redeploy instead of buying new assets, which again helps you manage the total growth in the data centers. The kind of benefits we've achieved to date employing these kind of practices are pretty phenomenal. Last year alone, by really focusing on the application portfolio, we eliminated 124 applications, which averted additional spend on incremental hardware coming in the door. Net savings to Sprint was $20 million. We reduced our CO2 emissions by over 10,000 tons per year, and then through the redeploy savings, there was a opportunity cost savings there, or cost avoidance, if you will, of $28 million a year. So looking back, has it been a good decision to invest in green IT? Absolutely. We realized huge economic benefit and ecological benefit, and it's become a thing of great pride within IT.